let's get started. So, Michelle, can you share about us your personal goal this year?
This year, my personal goal this year, I hopefully I can preparing my documents for my IELTS,
Okay.
and then any documents that to be needed to apply for my master degree because my goal this year is to get a scholarship, hopefully, and hopefully I can get it done in this year, in this last year, so then I can intake in 2026. Bismillah. So I hope that I can apply in Sweden, and I'm trying to get a scholarship, SISGP, and yeah, hopefully I can get it.
Okay. What made you choose Sweden and the SISGP scholarship specifically?
I chose Sweden because I think Sweden supports sustainability and education. And for the SISGP, I think that they support a leadership program because I'm just really trying to get a scholarship on leadership program. And as I was mentioned before, they need like IELTS score and then passport and the document that to be needed.
How do you usually set your personal targets?
I'm using a board like Trello, digital board, and in that Trello, there actually like a to-do list. So every time I get something done, I checklist the list. Like for example, I need to get my IELTS score, and once I get it, I checklist it. So it helps me to track is it I'm on track or not.
Oh, okay. Can you give an example of weekly milestone you have recently completed?
For example, last week I tried to complete an IELTS listening and writing practice, so that I can define is I what so that I can define what that I need to improve.
Okay. If so, I'm wondering what motivates you to achieve your personal goals?
It's kind of like a dream that is too big that I'm not really sure that I can get it, but I'm gonna try anyway. My first motivation is I want to be an environmental ethics lecturer, hopefully. But there are also like a lot of bottleneck, of course, because my working, my currently job is not aligned with my goals, but it's aligned with my bachelor degree.
Okay.
So sometimes I feel tired, or maybe I find new difficulties. As I was mentioned before, that my current job is not aligned with my goals.
Oh, okay. You mentioned sometimes you feel tired when things get hard. How do you stay motivated during difficult time or when progress feels slow?
Um, I'm trying to keep reminding myself about my general goals, my big ideas. But if I feel tired or maybe overwhelmed, I'm taking a breaks, of course, and then when I feel stuck, I try to compliment myself every time I get small goals achieved.
Okay. Do you write your goals down or keep them in mind? What?
As I was mentioned before, of course I write it. I mentioned that I wrote down in Trello, the digital platforms.
You mentioned you put your goals in Trello. How often do you review or update your digital planner or Trello board?
Hmm. it would be a lie if I said that I update it weekly, because actually I update it like almost every day. So maybe I'm gonna say that I update it daily, because sometimes I overthink too much, and rather than overthink, I try to write it down, and after I write it down, I put it in Trello. So yeah, the answer is I update it weekly.
What kind of target do you prioritize? Short term or long term? Why?
That's a trick question, but if I'm not prioritize my long term, my short term might be not be aligned. So I might say that I prioritize my long term, because I need to make sure that my short term is aligned with my long term. And I learned in HR, because uh, my current job isn't aligned with my background or my goals. As an HR, we learned how to make an OKR, and then I implement that idea of an OKR to my goals, my personal goals, and I found it really helpful for me. And then I try to make a milestone to every big goals that I make.
What strategy do you use to make sure your short-term targets are aligned with your long-term goals?
Make sure that my short term is aligned with my goals. Every time I made a short term goal, sorry, I'm always asking myself, is this helping me to get closer to my goals or not? And if not, then I try to adjust it. So sometimes it's actually almost every day I'm trying to adjust it, because my list of my short term goals sometimes always has a new ideas to make me adjust it.
Have you ever failed to reach personal target? What did you learn from that experience?
Okay. I actually missed a deadline. I was thinking that I might try to apply this year. Turns out I skipped like a lot of documents that needed to be submitted. So I reconstruct again about the timeline, and I learned that turns out I need to write it down specifically based on deadlines. So the goals, the list that I make is deadline based. So I need to make sure that I keep on track on the deadlines.
You said you're working full-time job.
Yes.
How do you balance your personal target with your work responsibility?
It's actually not easy, because working a full-time job means that you committed your full-time, your daily full-time for your jobs. So I need to make sure that my job and my tax is done while I'm pursuing my dreams. I feel like there's a lot of bottlenecks there, because I need to, decide when I can take a rest, or when I need to stay up all night to make my motivation letter, because it's not something that can be done in one night. So and after that, maybe I'm fully committed on weekends. So every time I try to, pursuing my dream, or maybe working a full-time job, I need to make sure that every time that I waste, every time is not wasted.
Have you ever had to adjust your goal because of unexpected work demands?
Actually, almost always, because my job, obviously full-time job. So as I was mentioned before, I need to commit a full daily time for my job, but at the same time I need to pursue my dreams. So when I feel a bottleneck when I'm working and pursuing my dream, I adjust to my plan. So I don't have to like adjust my goals, because sometimes my full-time job have really high demand. Specifically, I'm like the only one HR in my company. The other is my HR manager, of course, but I'm the only HR staff. So the demand is sometimes is really high, sometimes. But sometimes when it doesn't, I try to write down my, goals and list that I need to be done. And after that, after I went home from my job, I'm trying to do it again. And on my and on my weekends, I'm trying to specifically make it done. So I need to make sure that the list that I make is getting done on the weekends.
Okay, last but not least, what are your main personal targets for the next 5 years?
What my main personal targets in 5 years is like an HR trying to interview the candidate. Yeah. My main goals for my 5 years, obviously, I want to finish my master degree if I get accepted, and then I want to learn the tradition of Sweden. I want to learn their curriculum in Sweden, and then hopefully I can bring it to Indonesia.
I see. I hope you achieve your target.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this help spread awareness and that you will be inspired to make an impact.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Thank you. Bye.